Hey guys, I'm your instructor this term, Spencer. Just call me Spencer. I figured we'd go over through the syllabus so I can clarify a few things for you guys. Let me share my screen here. All right. So this is drawing one. We are online. My office hours are virtually 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, but feel free to reach out and we can schedule pretty much any time of the week. This is drawing one. We will develop the student's understanding of the basic concepts of drawing through observation from life. Students will work with various media utilizing a variety of sources and environments. Our competencies and objectives are apply critical reasoning in order to evaluate issues of contemporary importance, improve skills of perception related to your visual art making, develop the ability to use linear perspective accurately from direct observation in order to create the illusion of spatial depth within a drawing. Gain experience in inventing and selecting visually balanced and dynamic compositions. Explore the use of basic drawing materials and gain confidence in the ability to see form and space and translate those concepts onto a 2D plane. And then these are the supplies we'll be using all semester. Vine or stick charcoal, compressed charcoal, drawing pencils, HB, 2B, and 4B. We really don't get into a lot of pencil drawing besides the pre-painting phases of sketching and thumbnails and things like that. Micron multi-liner pens, 0.01, 0.03, and 0.05. Basic black Bic ballpoint pen. It doesn't have to be Bic brand. Cheaper the better. We'll be doing some ballpoint pen drawing. White chalkboard chalk or Conte. I recommend getting the Conte. It might be $1.50 for 2 pieces, but it's way more vibrant and it works way better than the chalk does. But of course, chalk 94 cents for 12 sticks. Opaque white ink, Copic or preferred brand. Copic is the only one I've ever really used. I can't testify to anything else being as vibrant as Copic. It is increasingly harder and harder to find. But I would highly suggest buying that bottle of Copic ink. Small pot of black India ink, a bamboo brush, newsprint pad at least 11 by 17. We want to draw big in here. You'll use your newsprint for any of the smaller time drawings, your 5, 10, 30-minute drawings. And then you'll use your drawing paper at least 11 by 17 for your longer drawings, things you'd like to keep, possibly photograph for your portfolio going on into other classes. A set of soft bristle brushes, small to medium for detail work. I tend to use these more for my drawing and ink rather than the bamboo brush, but the bamboo brush covers larger areas faster, so you will need both. A white magic rub eraser, a gray kneaded eraser, a 12-inch ruler, although I do recommend spraying for a T-square or a yardstick. 1 roll of masking tape. You'll use that when we do our ink drawings to make sure your paper doesn't shrivel up and warp. Odorless workable fixative spray. You'll use this for any of those drawings that you intend to keep. Or you can always spray and work over your image as well. And a container for drawing materials. This could be just a Ziploc bag, but if you are an art major, I would suggest getting an art bin because you'll be carrying it around your whole 2 years here at OCCC. Besides that, optional, talked about the Conte Sumo eraser, best eraser I've ever had in my life. It pales in comparison to everything else. A white charcoal pencil. You might also get yourself some charcoal pencils. just for finer detail and more control. Tone paper, I will teach you how to tone your paper. However, lots of people prefer getting the different colors. It also gives you a good base to build up and work faster. Also, it's not on here, but Bristol board for your ink drawings, again, optional, but it retains the water so much better. I would suggest getting some of that. Alcohol ink, we'll probably work with that week 3. It's completely optional. It's just for like fun backgrounds and cool, weird psychedelic effects that could give you a good contrast and something more to deal with in the course. Again, completely optional. A set of gray, neutral, warm, or cool toned alcohol markers. I can teach you guys how to use those. I kind of do that demo by request. So if you do decide to pick those up, send me an email. And when we get to that point, I can do that for you. A new thing this semester, a lot of these supplies are now available at the OCCC bookstore. You can use your financial aid to purchase these. I would also recommend going to Porch School Art Supply and picking up some of these things. Great local place, cheapest prices in town, really friendly staff. And then if you are going to order online, make sure and give yourself time to get those supplies. Shipping is crazy with everything right now. Things that used to take a day are taking a week. So make sure you have your supplies. There's no excuse not to have your supplies after the first week. Required text, we don't have one, but we will be reading My Favorite Thing is Monsters by Emil Ferris. There's several options to get that book. You can call the Metropolitan Library System and put one on hold. They have a few copies. You can also buy the Kindle version for, I think it's $10, something like that. And of course, you can buy the comic book for, I think, $25. I can't recommend searching online. My favorite thing is monsters for free, but something might come up that you could use in the class. And we will use that probably week 3 or 4. And I'll give you a little heads up before you'll need it. Attendance, this is an online course, but we do take attendance. How I do that is I can see when you guys log in, what time, what days, how long it's been since your last login. So I ask that you log in at least twice a week. I recommend those being on Mondays when new demos and assignments are out, and Sundays when your assignments are due. And absences can be excused for the following reasons: death or critical illness in the family with counselor's verification, personal illness with doctor's verification, or 3 other extreme circumstances excused at the instructor's discretion. Students are responsible for making up assignments after missing class. So on to grading. The 5 to 6 in-class projects will be evaluated out of a 20-point scale based on the following rubric. Incidental warm-up or small assignments will be worth a small number of points. So anything that's not a major assignment is worth 5 points in this class. But remember, that might not seem like a lot, but we are grading on a 20-point scale. So that is 1/4 of a major assignment. It is very totally possible for you to fail the course, getting hundreds on your major assignments and not turning in any of your study drawings, participating in group critiques, reading assignments, and forum posts. So these are the criteria that make up the grading. 1, fulfillment of assignment / completion, 4 points. You finish the assignment, doesn't matter if it's good, you followed the instructions, you get 4 points. Technical difficulty and risk taking. Did you try something new? Did you try to push yourself? Did you do something beyond my expectations? that is technical difficulty and risk taking. Technique and craftsmanship, that is how well it is drawn. Nobody's ever gotten a 0 in that category. And don't be afraid or intimidated by your other classmates who may be ahead of you this first week, because by the time you're done, you will know how to draw and draw well. For skill development improvement, how well did you do over what you did last time? Like, did you take the peer advice and the group critique? Did you take my advice and feedback, and how did you apply that to your work? 4 points. Physical time investment and focus, that's 4 points. That's like, you know, I can tell when somebody's done a 15-minute drawing and label it an hour. Did you only turn in like 4 drawings totaling an hour when your assignment was to draw for 3? Were you late with no communication? Things like that go under physical time investment focus. And there is a detailed description of each of these available on your syllabus. Other notes on grading. Every assignment that is not completed and handed in for grading will be recorded as 0 points without exception, and will be included in the averaging of the semester grade. Students are responsible for making sure that the instructor receives completed work. So 2 things on that. One, if you do email me ahead of time and say, Spencer, I'm gonna be late on this, I'm gonna need till Tuesday, I'm gonna be like, okay, fine, noted. But it's still gonna go down as a 0 till I receive it. We can change that grade. Just gotta let me know. The second thing is, Moodle does not alert me on late submissions. So when you do turn that in, you make sure to send me another email saying, I've turned this in, it's ready to be graded. Because otherwise it's gonna sit there till the next Monday and I go back and grade this next week's work. And we don't want zeros sitting around, for sure. 2, late work may be graded down 20% per week late. So best you could do the first week is an 80, second week is a 60. However, a way to circumvent that is, as long as you keep an open line of communication, let me know when that you're going to be late and when you intend to turn in and finish that assignment. Now, if you're only late once, I probably wouldn't give you 20 late points off. If this is a common occurrence, I will probably give you that 20 points off. All assignments must be completed and turned in the week before finals. Failure to participate in final critique may result in the loss of a letter grade. It's pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you keep up with your work. It's easy to get behind in these 8-week classes. Just keep an open line of communication. But I cannot accept any late work during finals week. I have 120 students, and it is near impossible for me to do other things while giving feedback, reading papers, that sort of thing. So just be aware of that. And of course, I will remind you and remind you and remind you till you're tired of it when those deadlines are happening. All drawings in this course are produced from direct observation of the subject. Drawing from cell phones is not permitted except by specific permission of the instructor. So it never fails. This first week, I'm sure we'll get a few drawings that are totally off base. You know, this class is to prepare you for your foundations. So we have to abide by the direct observation. That's not to say if you there's not ways to work on drawing cartoons and things like that by using action figures and plushies and your still line, but we'll want to balance that stuff out with other objects. And if you're interested in that stuff, email me and we can figure out, work out a way for you to work on that stuff as well. And again, portraits is one thing that is kind of hard to do in person now, but we do take our own photographs for that. And we'll talk about that more in week 6. Moodle statement. Moodle grades are provided for informational purposes only. In the event of a discrepancy between grades reported in Moodle and grades calculated according to the course syllabus, the latter of the two is the official grade for the class. Consistent attendance and completion of all assignments is enough to receive a C in the course. A letter grade A requires work above and beyond competency. So that's very true. You know, a C is not a bad grade in college. It's solid work. It means that you did it. You know, B is good work, and A is really exceptional. You're gonna have to push yourself to earn an A. It takes a little bit more work, but not much. Critiques. Over the course of the semester, you will be expected to participate in online forum critiques. The purpose of critiques is to assist students in developing skills and to learn to verbally analyze the formal aspects of drawing. Your participation in critiques is mandatory. The lack of attendance or participation will affect your grade. So I told you those group critiques are worth five points apiece. If you don't do them consistently, that's when your major project grades will start dropping as well, because those kind of work in tandem. It's really, really important that you participate in those peer critiques. It's invaluable, and it doesn't work without everybody participating in it. So make sure you keep up with that as well. Even if you're going to be late, say you don't turn in your assignment or your assignment isn't ready, but critique is due Monday, still participate in critique. Like you can still give your comments, and keep that in mind. Extra credit. Students may earn extra credit by attending digital art exhibitions and lectures. Students will be made aware of such opportunities beforehand or may bring an event to the attention of the instructor. A one-page paper describing the event will be required to provide proof of attendance. Up to 5 additional points will be given in the assignment section depending on the event and quality of writing. Extra credit drawing assignments will also be made available during that's a typo. During the term. So there's always extra credit. Just message me. I'll post 2 or 3 extra credit assignments throughout the term to the class. But if you really feel like you need some, hit me up and we can figure out something. Description of final grades. The following percentages are approximate and will shift depending on the variety of factors: cancellation of sessions, project changes, extra credit points, etc. Projects and assignments make up 70% of your grade, and attendance and participation makes up 30%. And of course, here's the scale. F unacceptable, D substandard, C good, B very good, A exemplary. And this is everything we would be doing this entire semester is planned out and plotted here. Some of this may change, and it depends on the class. Sometimes I'll take out assignments and put in other assignments. If we aren't doing well with ink, we might spend an extra week on ink. If we aren't getting perspective down, we might not move on to portraits. Just keep that in mind. But everything we're doing is lined up here for you to see. And anything that changes, you will be notified in advance. And these are their descriptions and what you'll be learning in each of these. Again, the grading accommodations with special needs. If you have those letters, please get them to me. And I think that's pretty much it. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the course. I hope you're excited to be here. I really do like teaching these Drawing 1 classes. It's fun to watch everybody grow and progress. Some of the biggest things, people get really, really stressed out and discouraged, and please don't at all. Reach out, talk to me before it becomes an issue. Just click on week 1 to get started. I'll talk to you guys soon.